Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. Once again, I am very grateful to be here again, being able to expand my teachings to so many at the same time. Someday in my career, I imagined changing the world, changing the way people think, the way people act. When I was exposed to all the truths of God the Father or Mother, my spirit was enlightened, my consciousness expanded, and my first desire, within unconditional love, was to pass on all that knowledge, all that truth, to everyone at the time. Unfortunately, my words were heard by few. And as I attacked, exactly, the entire governmental hierarchy at the time, because everything was based on a punitive and vengeful God, my voice was silenced. At that time, I was still in a physical body, like Jesus, but my voice never stopped, because my teachings, although quite distorted and adapted to the interests of those who wanted to keep them under a regime of manipulation, are heard and are felt even today. Therefore, I cannot say that everything was in vain. There I planted in fertile land, I planted in a fertile time, and the harvest continued over these thousands of years. Even distorted, my words still bring a lot of truth, but the main thing, which is exactly to lead you to unconditional love, this was not maintained. There are some phrases that identify, love your neighbor as yourself. Neither did you love your neighbor nor yourselves. Few people follow this rule. Many will stand up now and say, no, I love those around me. And then I will answer you, that your ego is already screaming, because when I say, love your neighbor, it is not the neighbor around you, it is anyone, it is any brother who is in the room, planet, and not close by proximity. And then I ask you another question, do you love yourself above all things? No. Because you were also taught that you need to idolize that God who is up there, above all things, forgetting about you. Father or Mother God never asked for idolatry, He never asked you to stop loving yourself to love Him first. You are the image of Father or Mother God. So why idolize Him? You have exactly everything He wanted you to have. I would say that being constantly grateful is your way of thanking Father or Mother God. But it is not necessary to idolize Him, He never asked for this, He doesn't ask for this. You need to understand that we are not outside, we are inside your hearts, He is the divine spark that keeps you alive, I is the worship that you have learned to do. I don't like it this way either, I would like to be in the hearts of each of you as a friend, not as something to be idolized and venerated. We don't have these feelings. Veneration, idolatry, is ego, not unconditional love. So as I said, my words are still valid today, even distorted. Many are trumpeting and preaching about my return, and I ask, what comes back? If I'm in the heart of each one of you, where will I go back? This doesn't make any sense at all. Yes, I can say that what is returning is Christ consciousness, it is the return to the laws of God the Father or Mother, it is the return to unconditional love, that was placed in their souls when they were created. You are born with unconditional love, only the environment degrades this love and it becomes, with many variants, but not essentially unconditional love. Don't expect me to arrive in a huge, white cloud and everyone on the planet will see me. We don't like that. To be believed, we don't need to appear. How true will this appearance of ours be? Will you know how to distinguish? Many things have appeared in your skies attributed to us. So I assure you, we don't do that. This is not how we will reach you. And believe me, at the right time, at the right moment when we have to say something, everyone will listen, all at the same time. How do we do it? It doesn't matter, but everyone will hear the same thing. Being here today, being able to explain a lot of things, being able to recount a lot of things, is a gift from God the Father or Mother. And I have enjoyed this gift with great love, as I feel as if I were in those times in Palestine. But today I speak to millions, my voice reaches every corner of the planet. And why can this only happen now? This is one of the results of our action around this planet. If we can speak to all of you today, millions at the same time, it is because we allowed this medium to be created, so that at this moment, now, close to ascension, you could hear us, you could hear our messages. So stop saying nothing is happening. The big problem here is that you want proof of everything, you want to see it. So what you don't see is not credible to you. It's a shame, because so much we are doing, so many things are happening, so many things are changing, but you can only see the negative side of everything. Can't you see that today, everything is coming to the surface, everything that has always been hidden, everything that you have always hidden, there is no more hiding anything. So you understand this as a bad thing. So I'm going to tell you a parable. Some people live in a certain place, a very simple place, which does not have the infrastructure of a city. And then they think, where are we going to put our trash? And they create a hole to put all the trash. At first, the hole is huge and they imagine that it will take them for many years to put garbage there and not suffer anything. And so they do, and more people around start living in that place and always throwing their trash in the same place. Of course this garbage decomposes, it simply doesn't grow, it grows but it also penetrates the earth. However, more and more people are living in that place and more people are littering it. Until a point arrived, when the speed of transmutation of that garbage into that fetid mass, is not as fast as the production of garbage and it starts to appear. Here comes a series of insects, a series of crawling animals, caused by the accumulation of that garbage. And only at this moment do those inhabitants of that region realize that there is a garbage dump there. They thought it would be eternal, that the trash would never appear at the tip, on the surface of that hole. So, what to do? That fetid mass has already contaminated the land. They despair. Now, what do we do? The only solution will be to treat that waste, clean everything that was contaminated and plan something that does not contaminate the planet, and that in the future does not turn against them again. So make your attitudes that rubbish. For a long time, you stole, corrupted yourselves, corrupted other people, contaminated society with this thought that everyone needs to get along, that it is not enough to just live on your salary, you always have to have much more, without caring who is around you, whether they are taking their livelihood from the plates of those around you. Same thing as that trash. Garbage enters through the land, damn whoever receives that contaminated land, because that trash has already contaminated the water. But don't forget that those who are also in that small town now also receive back that garbage, that contaminated water. So everyone suffers the consequences, everyone. And we can't just blame those who have power, because deep down each of you has your own little corruptions, you learned that. And they think that because they are small, they don't affect anyone. But a little corruption here, a little corruption there, in a while, everyone will be suffering. And that's where your world has come now. And then I remember the parable again, the trash has reached the surface and everyone will have to do something with it. They cannot ignore it, because otherwise no one will ever have clean water again. And that's what's happening now in your world, the trash has come to the surface. The contamination is big, very big. Cleaning that whole place is not easy, cleaning all of your minds is not easy. But that's what we're trying to do, help you see the trash that's coming out of your own bodies. Rubbish from poorly taken attitudes, rubbish from misapplied feelings, rubbish from negative thoughts, and there is no longer any way to put earth on top and stifle this rubbish, because now the earth, the planet, Gaia, no longer wants to support this rubbish of yours. Then she won't let you push the trash down anymore, shall be throwing everything out and you'll have to clean it up. This is the moment you are living in. Then I ask them, is this a bad time? So they will respond, it will be bad for those who apply these corruptions, it will be bad for those who generate this mess in their bodies, for them, yes, it will be very bad. Now for those who are aware that they need to get rid of this rubbish, they are loving it, they are ecstatic to be able to clean themselves and the planet around them. So my words today have this aim, to help you have the courage to clean up your own trash. Yes, because everything that is negative about you is rubbish, it is no good. So we can use this word yes, it denotes everything that is rotten, everything that is no longer useful. Yes, it's rubbish. So don't try to push this trash back into the hole, because it won't go in. Gaia is cleaning herself and is putting out everything that was buried within her. Wait and you will see. It will not be a punishment from Gaia, it will not be a moment of anger towards Gaia. I ask them, aren't you cleaning up your trash? Gaia too. She's cleansing herself of everything you've put into her that she doesn't recognize as hers, so she's going to get it out. The shape? It doesn't matter. So start to see that your world has changed, yes it has, and continues to change for the better. What's the big advantage of getting all that junk out of that hole? To clean up all that land contaminated with that garbage? What is the impact? It's the impact on everyone's health, because everyone will have clean water, it is the impact on nature, on a clean land, and what you eat will be clean, not contaminated by that garbage. So you only have to gain, never lose. But I'll have to clean up the trash. Yes, you will. And who told you to collect trash? He added it because he wanted to, but I didn't know that was trash. So you now know the amount of trash you generated for yourselves and on the planet. And it's up to you now, if you want to effectively evolve, ascend, clean up all this rubbish. Worry about each one of your trash. You do not need to worry about Gaia at this moment, because you will have plenty of time to cleanse Gaia in the future. She won't do this cleaning alone, you will have to clean, you have made it dirty, so you will clean it up. It would be very easy for us to come now and say, the planet is clean. Yes. There will be some actions in this sense, but the fine cleaning, that of, the corners, will be you who will do it. So now is the time to worry about the trash that is inside you. As much has been said here. If you haven't read my letters yet, read them, there's a whole guide for you to clean up the mess inside. There's no point in hiding, there's no point in pushing up, and letting someone else clean up your trash. Everyone will have to clean up their own trash.